Saturday Night Baseball here on the show as we welcome you inside Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bo Bichette looks to push his all-time hit streak record to even greater heights. Next. Robbie Ray is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Robbie Ray is quietly developing into one of the top left-handed pitchers in the game of baseball. Unfortunately, he gets lost in the shadow because of guys like Clayton Kershaw and Rich Hill. Big arm from Robbie Ray. Not a real big guy, but 95 to 97, good hard slider. His changeup has gotten better, and you'll know if he's on early because you'll see lots of swings and misses. This guy can rack up the strikeouts.
Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm a bit worried about the second hitter. It just seems like something is off at his swing. I don't know if it's timing or he's not picking up the ball. Maybe he just needs a day off. He just doesn't look right.
And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Last night's game was a great one for him, of course, as he collected 6 base hits in total. Lined hard toward right center. And this will get to the wall out near the pool area. And now that'll hop over the wall. So he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double.
Grichuk.
In now, Brendel Grichuk. And there's a base hit on the line. Guerrero rounds the corner and is headed home. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
The center fielder.
Standing in, Jonathan Davis. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. Line towards center field. Marte will get there and he puts it away to retire the side. Jays forced to settle for just the one. Anthony Hay gets the ball for the Blue Jays in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fouled away.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there. But if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down. Maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Shaw will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base, put the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe a little hit and run, maybe a little old school baseball.
Calling for it, Bartlett. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, the left fielder.
At the plate, David Peralta looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Travis Shaw. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. But that'll be off the right field wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. And the streak is alive. As you can see on the graphic, he creeps ever closer to the big number 56.
Amazing what this guy has been able to do. Think about the pressure every day he gets to the ballpark. Members of the media asking about the streak.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Marte going back. Holy Toledo!
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near impossible to stop.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes.
As a pitcher, you worry about giving up the long ball to the meat of the lineup. But when the 2 guys at the bottom of the lineup torch you, it's really disheartening. These guys have weapons everywhere.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively.
The right fielder.
And let's focus our attention on shortstop Nick Ahmed.
Red.
Defense is this guy's calling card. One of the slickest defenders in our game. Super sure-handed and doesn't get enough love on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting. The shortstop.
In now, Bo Bichette. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Line toward the gap in left center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now that'll hop over the wall. So he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double.
Your attention, please.
Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Holy Toledo! So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Stepping in now, Randal Grichuk. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long, and this at bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while. So they really tee off here for 5 runs in the inning, thanks in large part to 3 big flies. Eduardo Escobar standing in. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel.
Against left-handed pitching so far this season, number 32 carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the ref. And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Holy Toledo! Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
D-Roll, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitter.
Oh, and now this ball's in the air to deep right center. And that just misses the pool as it's off the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Standing in now, Danny Jansen. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the 1st out of the inning. So in
batting,
now is the Blue Jays pitcher, Anthony Kay, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career, 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Liner in there for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 8-0.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Ready now, Bo Bichette. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Booyah! Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's a ground ball for Ahmed at short. Reined in. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Digging in, Randall Grichuk. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. The 1-1. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Fielder, number 27.
Stepping in, number 27. He begins play in this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. Full count still. While his hitting streak might be drawing most of the attention, some might not realize he's hitting for real power as well, slugging over .500 for the season.
And that's the beauty of it, Matty. He's doing it with damage. It's not the 1 for 4 with the ground ball with eyes or the bleeder with no one on that doesn't help the team. This is a guy that's done serious damage from day one of this hit streak, and it's continued.
Now to the plate, Taylor Clark. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So into the box, Jonathan Davis. No hits to this point.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Marte is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting.
There's a look at the final line for the Arizona starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Driven deep at the wall. It is gone.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that dude said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
This guy
Up next
just
for the
feasts
Blue
on
Jays,
mistakes up in the zone,
the
and
pitcher,
that's exactly
Anthony
what he gets right here.
Kay.
A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
So stepping in, Anthony Kay. And this is just the eye test talking here, but this reliever looks high and deep to right center. Marte going back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap as he arrives at second without a play, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
The batter, the right fielder, Ben
Settling in now,
Bartlett.
Ben Bartlett. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Peralta is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Number 11, shortstop,
Stepping up to the
Bo
plate, Bo Bichette.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can't put it on the board. Yes. In now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And that just misses the pool as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
He's not going
Now
to complain, but he was
fielder,
thinking what the rest of us were
Randall
thinking when that left his bat. Home run number 2. Didn't quite have enough, so he has to be content with a double.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can't put it on the board. Yes. Stepping in now, Jonathan Davis. Ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Hey, now into the 30s, D-Row. Do you think he starts looking ahead, thinking about that
100%.
magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe D's number, but when you start climbing into the 30s, man, there's not many guys that have been there. This is just a steady diet of staying in this.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. Here's Starling Marte. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
number 3,
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, number 3 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bartlett is there, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
the left fielder, number 7.
So 2 are gone now in the Diamondbacks' 4th. And up next, the outfielder, David Peralta. And he fouls this one off. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ballgame. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Grichuk moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Rowdy Tellez the next to bat, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. Booyah! Into the box now, Danny Jansen. High and deep to right center. Marte going back at the track, the wall. Holy Toledo! Standing in now, Anthony Kay. Line toward right center. He's around first, heading for two. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Number 34.
Digging in to try it again. Ben Bartlett. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
I'm not sure what else the manager or pitching coach need to see, Matt. He obviously doesn't have his best stuff, and the longer he stays out there, the bigger the hole he digs.
And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, one away. Digging in and looking for more, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Already a homer and 2 doubles to his credit thus far. The 3-2 pitch. And he goes down and gets this fastball and takes it high in the air to deep straightaway center. Holy Toledo! One more time. He gets a pitch to handle. You've heard that before. And you can add one more home run onto this already impressive number. Into the box, Randall Grichuk. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So digging in now, Jonathan Davis.
49.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-2. Grounded to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovullo about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Now batting.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Carson
So
Kelly.
striding in, Carson Kelly. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Hit hard to the right side. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And it's fouled away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bartlett is there, 2 down.
Now batting. Number 32.
Striding in once again, number 32. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and
Randall
gentlemen,
Delgado
your
gets the
attention,
call to
please.
pitch here, and he'll try to
Now,
sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Travis Shaw will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his 2nd home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
In now, Rowdy Tellez. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Up next is Danny Jansen. 2 home runs and a double to his credit thus far. Having quite the game. Hard on the ground toward short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now
The
batting.
pitcher, Anthony Kay, steps
Anthony
up to the plate in a
Kay.
sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. The 1-1. Line towards center field. Marte is there. 2 gone.
The right fielder.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the
Ben
Blue Jays lineup.
Bartlett.
Stepping in, Ben Bartlett. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Line drive to center field. And he will make the catch just shy of the track in the inning. Now in the box, Nick Ahmed. He'll be the first to swing it here in the Arizona 6th inning.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Hit out towards second. Shaw has it. And there are 2 away now. Sandy Leon will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the bases empty.
Sandy Leon.
Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Yohan Lopez comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Now the 3-2 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Now batting.
You know, Dero, the benchmark of having a great year is 200 hits. How about this guy? Rack up 250 hits on the season so far.
Yeah, and you don't do that without just a staunch approach at the plate of using the entire.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that'll stay in the park as it's off the center field wall.
Man, it's like deja vu all over again. 2 well-hit back-to-back doubles that bring in a run. This one ends up going off the wall, and it looks like they've got a pretty good idea what this guy's trying to do to them out there. Definitely getting some good swings against him.
The 1-1 home. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Peralta. Holy Toledo!
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
Stepping in now, Jonathan Davis. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Marte. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Travis Shaw will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can't put it on the board. Yes.
You know, talk about having a great day. 4 home runs in 1 game. I would say that's more than great. That's a spectacular day.
Into the box now, Rowdy Tellez. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Number 9.
So striding forward now, Danny Jansen. He went deep back in the 5th. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. The relay, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Marte is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, but particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Andrew Chafin enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Well, this will find the shortstop's glove for the... Digging in once again, Starling Marte. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Can't connect there. It's 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
And he will make the play. 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 7.
At the plate, David Peralta. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete. Still. Next to bat for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Now batting.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, they're really... Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. Holy Toledo!
Well, the ball's been flying all over the place this game, but most of the fireworks have come from him. That's his 3rd long ball. What a game.
Into the box, Jonathan Davis. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 3-2. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. Running hard, he's digging for second. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
That ball hit high and deep. Stripped. You can't put it on the board. Yes.
That's it. I'm out of here. 5 home runs in one game. That's insane. Couple of things I know for sure. He needs to buy a lottery ticket on the way home for the ballpark and keep his phone on at all times. Cooperstown should be calling.
Hard liner to center field. Marte has to run straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that gets through for a one-out base hit.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Anthony Kay, earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Yeah, for a pitcher, Matty, that was a successful AB right there. Good job helping his own cause.
Line drive to center field. Marte is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The right fielder.
Standing in, Ben Bartlett.
Bartlett.
Bullet back up the middle. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Eduardo Escobar. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled off. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Up next for Arizona, Carson Kelly. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Bartlett is over. 2 down.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
On the ground to the left side. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Bo Bichette. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. And it's 1-2 as we head toward a conclusion in this one. I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn throughout it screams to the modern day of baseball. The 3 true outcomes. These guys aren't worried about hitting singles. They're trying to stop traffic over that fence.
D-Roy, it can't be better said. I think the day and age right now for pitchers.
Oh, that's well hit. Deep center field. Marte going back. Booyah!
Well, this guy's been unhittable all year, but eventually you knew somebody would get to him. That's the first home run he's given up all year. But like all good relievers, he has to have a short memory and put it behind him.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Ready for another shot now, Jonathan Davis. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around. And now at the plate, Nick Ahmed starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And another foul ball. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Got him. So the magic number for a perfect game is now down to 2. Striding into the box, number 27. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
2 out, nobody on. Arizona down to its last strike. Strike 3 called, and it's over. He's pitched a perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, before we say goodnight, we must sing the praises of the guy you see there.
Yeah, really a game to remember for him and everyone that witnessed it. He winds up belting 3 home runs, so he pretty much took this game into his own hands and decided to have a home run derby out there.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours.